Hi everybody, my name is Vicky and you guys are watching Vicky's Informational Talk. In this video, we are going to be learning about daylight saving time. But before we start our topic, if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to our channel and like all our videos. And if you have any questions, comment. Feel free to. No one's going to judge you and I have no problem in helping you. And I just want you guys to be successful in the future. First things first, what is daylight saving time? Daylight saving time adds one extra hour of daylight during the summer season, and it makes the day shorter by 1 hour during the winter months. On the bottom, you can see a GIF on how time changes on daylight saving day. From 1 hour adding 1 hour, going back 1 hour, adding 1 hour. Who came up with the concept of daylight saving time? The process of changing our clocks an hour in front and an hour behind can be traced back to more than 100 years ago, a long time. In 1895, New Zealand entomologist, someone who was an expert in the branch of zoology, George Hudson, made the earliest known proposal for a time shift. He gave it to the Wellington Philosophical Society, and the idea seemed good, but it didn't catch on. In 1905, British builder William Willett developed a similar idea independently of Hudson. He lobbied the British Parliament year after year to no avail until he died. Even after that, the issue was revisited over and over again. After going back and forth, it was finally put into practice nationwide until the early 20th century in Germany. Germany during World War II were looking for ways to conserve energy, and they decided that more daylight was the correct answer, and they became the first country to enact the daylight saving time. On the bottom left, we can see George Hudson, and on the bottom right, we can see William Willett. Fun fact about George Hudson, he introduced his idea so that he could spend more time adding more insects to his insect collection after work. Okay guys, let's get to the point. What happens during daylight saving time? 70 countries in the world right now practice daylight saving time. Clocks in the northern hemisphere are usually set 1 hour ahead toward the end of March or early April. In late September or early October, they're set back 1 hour. I know in the USA we had daylight saving time pretty late, so don't scream it in the chat. This is when in the comment section, this is when it usually happens. And in the southern hemisphere, the opposite process occurs. It goes back 1 hour and then forward 1 hour ahead. And though that was the main topic, this is the most important topic. Why is daylight saving time used, and why do some countries and states avoid it? Daylight saving time was used to save electricity and power. Using daylight saving time, the sun will seem to set and rise later. Like I said in the beginning, he used it to have more time to add time to get his bugs. So the sun will seem to set and rise later, because with what he said, he needs more time, so the brighter it is, the longer it's brighter, the more time he has. But it wasn't really only because of that. It was just how daylight saving works. But now let's look at why some countries or states don't use it. Why? A big question. Let's suppose you live in Phoenix, Arizona, in USA. The average temperature is 117 degrees Fahrenheit, and the highest temperature record is 122 degrees Fahrenheit. Having more sun would make them look silly. Would you want to burn in Phoenix or something? And second, there are many other a lot of other reasons why countries and states avoid it. For one, with new technology coming every year, it gets a lot more useless because people are using technology. It's kind of how we have to live now. And second, with daylight saving time being used, there's a lot of loss in money. which is also pretty big for the economy. And finally, the last part of the video that you can't miss, the fun facts. Okay, well, before I read this, add the bugs collection to this. Though many countries originally adopted daylight saving time to extend daylight hours and cut down the need for artificial light, critics today say it no longer saves energy like we talked before. This is pretty hilarious, I gotta be honest. You tried to save energy in the beginning, but now there's an increase in energy. It's crazy. Another one is an estimated 80% of the global population doesn't even use daylight saving time. Another one, some countries are divided about its use. This one's an interesting one. One country is Australia, and in Australia, 3 out of 8 states and territories do not practice daylight saving time. It's cool to see how one part of Australia does do it and one part doesn't. And in the United States, where according to YouTube channel analytics, most of my viewers watch these videos from, is USA, and Hawaii and most of Arizona do not bother with daylight saving time. Like talked before, it would be way too hot outside. Whether daylight saving time costs electricity or saves, it can be agreed that it only saves or costs 1%. That means it saves an average of $4 or costs an extra $4 a household. That's not a lot. Lastly, I didn't want to go deep into it, but it is a fun fact, and not really a fun fact, but an interesting fact, and it is that daylight saving time leads to heart attacks and life risks due to the amount of sleep. Talk about a scary fact. But in the end, thank you guys for watching, and let's try to hit 35 subscribers and 50 views within the first 3 days. Bye.